Hello, Pisces, my psychic honey bunnies. Okay, so we are going to be doing, obviously, it's going to be your September, like the full month reading, but we're going to do things a little different now that I have two oracle decks. I'm going to actually section the past life oracle deck and the zodiac oracle deck for other readings, and it'll be general and it'll be separated by whatever your zodiac sign is, like the normal monthly readings, except that'll be focused on the root of the issue that you are dealing with and how to fix it, like literally what's the root and the real challenge of the whole entire mess that keeps ensuing. Okay, but for now, how are you doing, honey bunny? Okay, so we're gonna start off with the regular Tarot Mucha deck. You'll still get your full month, and so let me go ahead and just start shuffling. By the way, if you would like to, I would really appreciate it if you leave a comment, a like, maybe subscribe, just so you know when I post. Or go add me on Instagram so you can stay up to date with when I'm posting and what type of videos you guys want me to post. So it'll be like an easier way for me to interact with you guys. All of that is in the description below. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Okay, so starting out in the beginning of September, so probably like now, because I am a little late getting these videos out, the energy was more based on temperance, okay? So more like of a higher learning. This is like Sagittarius energy. You could say it's Aquarius as well. But this is like learning about yourself. This is a time where you're going to learn about yourself, period, okay? So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is most likely an air sign, usually a female, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. She's really distant though. She's extremely mean and almost cold-hearted. Now the Queen of Swords usually is not like this when it's upright. It's just a logical person. It still isn't as emotional, but this is like they don't care, like no holds barred. Like they're super blunt to the point where it's almost disrespectful when they say things, or like offensive. But I feel like because of this, let's see who this is. 1 second. Who is this Queen of Swords? Who's being distant and mean and cruel? Is it you? Or is it that air sign, Pisces? Okay, so we got 3 different cards. 2 major arcana. So we have Libra in reverse. So it's most likely a Libra, or it could just be justice of some sort was not given. And we have the Empress in reverse. So someone knew what something was going on, but they didn't do anything about it, I almost feel like. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse here. So needing help, but not receiving it. Not receiving any type of, almost neglect. So, something unfair happened that you or another person may have known about. Or this could be that there's a Libra in the situation and a Pisces. It could very well be a Pisces. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are dealing with Libras. And you're trying to make it work, but it's just not. It's almost like a vulnerable state. And I feel like it's causing you to feel like you don't have a reason to be around either a situation, a person, maybe a job. Maybe you feel like you're not appreciated. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Then we have this 3 of Swords here. So heartbreak, disappointment, a letdown. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Cups here. So this is like maybe to deal with the past life, past relationship, maybe an ex. Maybe someone you had good memories with, but now it's like tarnished because they did something that just wasn't okay. So let's see what that's about, this 3 of Swords. What happened? Eight of Wands. You had signs there, but you just didn't want to take the move, I'm guessing. You just weren't ready to accept it. Yeah, you were paying attention to. It's like you had the power, magician card here, but you chose to focus on like all the bad things that were happening in your life, or maybe just all the things in your life that are not serving you. So maybe you were focusing on the wrong people. Maybe just your priorities, what you were working on, like your day to day life. There's someone there that was someone that you felt safe with, but then it turned into like a predator prey situation. Like you felt vulnerable with them, and at first it was okay, but now it's like they're using that to keep you down, you know? They're manipulative as fuck, whoever this is. And again, we had that Libra in there, so I'm definitely think it's a Libra or any other air sign, you know? It's someone who knows how to communicate, even if their way of communicating is not communicating. It's someone that knows how to logically make the other person feel as though they are the ones fucking up, or they are the ones that are crazy. I almost get the feeling like they manipulate you to feel like you just need to follow their rules so that you guys don't have to argue, or so you don't have to deal with confrontation. So even if even if this deals with your job, this could be like a boss who's like super unfair, always picking favorites, always like catering to certain people, you know. And then whenever you need help, it's like, no, like why would I help you, even though, you know, something that it's something that can be capable. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm like scatterbrained. Anyways, they're not being fair, and you see this, and I feel like you're feeling like, what the fuck? But I feel like you also knew that this type of person is finicky. You already knew that this person has a tendency to do this, or they've already done something in the past that really has like made you be like, damn, that was the first time this happened, and 20 times later we're still here. You know what I mean? So this could be with the job, this could be with the person, this could be with a family member. It doesn't matter. It's about a tie. I feel like someone's manipulating the other to the point where the other person is almost going mad, almost feeling like broken. And we had this talk before, Pisces. I know we've dealt with this. So the only thing I could think of is maybe some of you guys went back to that. For some Pisces, this could even be legal trouble. Dealing with someone who you've been in legal situations with, whether it's child support or getting sued, you know, or maybe your lawyer did you dirty. It's something to do with like unfairness, injustice. Is that how you say it? But you know, it's not fair, and I feel like you're starting to catch up to it, but you already know that this is what happens. It's like but how many times does it need to happen for you to understand? And we all go through that, so don't feel bad, but I'm saying it's something that keeps repeating, so keep that in mind. Or it's something that isn't too far-fetched from what you already felt at one point, or have already asked someone for help about. Then we go into the Seven of Pentacles here. So this is like work. So again, some of you could be dealing with a work situation that is just crazy or not fair. Some of you may be feeling like you are just a routine for someone else. Like you feel like you're not a priority. You're just something that is there and is done, you know, without thought. It's just like a systematic, this is what happens. Like you're not really, like they're not living in the moment with you, or that job is not making you feel like you have a life. It's like you're just going through the motions. And so I feel like for Pisces, being that you guys are very wise, obviously, but the wisdom is in like plain sight for you all, you know. My midheaven is ruled by Pisces. Well, it's in my 10th house, whatever, but it's ruled by Pisces. It has that. And Jupiter. So I have a lot of that energy, and so when I tap into that, I definitely understand how a Pisces can feel like, why should I be trying? Like, why not just go with the flow? Like, why not just, you know, because it's like all of this is, it's like it plays out in a way that it's like, what's the point of trying? But you have to remember, we're in a matrix, or we're in a realm where other people have their own universe as well. So it's like you can't just go with the flow, because you could easily get swept under a rug, or easily get used, or you know, become someone else's vessel of support, of happiness, of light, of energy, for God's sake. You know, it's like, it's really dangerous to do that as a, not just as a Pisces, but just as a person. But I'm warning you as a Pisces, because you have the ability to go in and out of that, like, oh, I really see what's really, really happening, or I'm looking through the matrix. Like, you guys have the ability to do that, but it's almost like when you have that, it's like you get lazy with it. It's like, why should I try to make the best matrix that I can when it's just going to keep going however it goes anyways, you know? So keep in mind, if you feel like you are just going through the motions, maybe it is time to sit it out for a moment and observe as a Pisces. Figure out which mode or which frequency or which scenario you feel most comfortable in, but not comfortable in a sense that you'll still be detrimental to your own health or happiness. Comfortable in a sense where you feel familiar with it, because it's like a nostalgic experience. It's like good memories, good feels. You know, and then after that, maybe you should try dropping a few priorities, changing up what you focus on, switching up what your life consists of. Because a lot of people say they want their lives to change. In order for your life to change, you usually have to change your lifestyle. This doesn't mean be terrible or be crazy or turn into an angel if you're not that. But you really got to switch up what your motivations are, because that's really what drives a person each day. You know, it's like, what are you waking up for? What are you doing all this for? So when you get caught in that like cycle, it becomes this devil energy, that Capricorn. You know, it's like, yeah, we're working to get something done, but once you get to the end, you're like, this is all it is, you know? And so for Pisces, that makes a lot of sense, but you also have to know that you have to have the balance, okay? As above, so below. Let's see. There could also be, we got Pisces and Capricorn here. So these could be people in your life that could be, you know, of assistance or to help you get your mind off of, you know, your day-to-day life. So if you have friends that are Capricorn or Pisces, especially rising, I would say, maybe even moon, then maybe be around them. So we're going to go ahead and go into the middle of September. Pisces. By the way, you guys, if you would like a personal reading, again, all of that is in the description, just in case you didn't know. Sorry, I'm setting up my cards because we're running out of space over here. Okay, so in the middle of September, it's going to be about secrets. All right, so just plain as that. Right behind that, we have the Tower card. So an unexpected change that's like super sudden. You have no idea it's coming. You can't even expect it, so don't even try to. Three of Cups. Having too much fun, maybe indulging too much. Maybe some infidelity if this deals with love. Oversharing. Overtelling could be an issue too. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on. So we start off with the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is good. This is like new energy. This is shaking things up, right? And this is right after I said, you know, the Hangman. This is kind of like when you sit down and observe. After you get done with that process, then it's time for you to shake things up. And so the meaning of what that card is to literally, if you want change, you have to go do it yourself. If you want change, all you have to do is realize that if you look another way, you'll have a different perspective. You'll have a different outlook. You'll have a different light shed on the situation. So, you know, needless to say, it's basically saying no matter what you think is going on, there's better. You just have to realize it. You have to accept it. It's not even about seeing it. You just have to accept that there's something better, because there is. There always is. So, what are we looking forward to? What are we shaking up? Seven of Cups. So maybe you are at a point where you are done waiting on this person to get their act together. I almost feel like you are at a point where you mentally understand what you want your life to look like. So now you're like, okay, well, now I need to change things up. And so you start thinking of all these different paths that you could go. And I'm sure you could do that forever, just, you know, thinking about different paths that your life could play out in. So that could be fun. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card here. So you could get exactly what you wanted. That's literally the meaning of this. But you can't be, you have to be confident. You can't be afraid to go and attack it. maybe rest on it though. Make sure it's what you actually want to do, okay, Pisces? And ask yourself, is it better than what you have now? If what you envision is not better or bigger than what you have now, then it's kind of like you're settling. Like you're almost subconsciously telling yourself you can't do that. It's because we haven't gotten there yet. We can't get there. So always aim for, and it sounds cheesy, but aim for something, that you have to get out of your box a little bit for so that you can progress. Because I know a lot of people that'll say, oh, I'm moving, but I'm just moving down the street. Or I'm moving, but it's the same, environment or the same type of house. And it's like, well, what was the point of moving if you're not changing anything? That's kind of the point. So don't forget that in order to have real change, you don't literally always have to get up and move, but you do need to turn around and notice different things. If you are turning around and you're noticing the same things every time you make a different transition, it's like, sis, you're not really ascending. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. You can go through all these options, but make sure it's better than what you had the last time, or make sure it's an improvement from the last time. Okay, Pisces? And I think that'll be your best way of making sure that you are not getting lost in the clouds or getting lost in the fun, because sometimes you can get lost in the fun and think that that's reality. So as long as you're making sure you're doing better than you were before, then I guess that's just the best way to stay grounded for you. So then we go to the Nine of Cups in reverse. So some of you are not comfortable with your living situation. You're not comfortable with what you have right now. Now it doesn't mean that you don't appreciate it, but again, with this changing your perspective, hangman type of energy, which is your Pisces energy in itself, I think you get revitalized and you're like, whoa, there's so much more that I can attain. And so you're just like, I don't want to settle. I feel it's like you don't want to settle. You want to go bigger. Like resting is not what you want to do. Like you want to rest, but you want to rest once you have what you see yourself having at your highest potential. So what is it that you are not okay with anymore? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. So for some, this could be, some information coming in, some gossip, maybe even some slander if the person is a sassy type of person. This could also be someone who's just focused on money. So maybe instead of, if you were a type of person who are focused on just your job, maybe you're like wanting to switch it, or maybe you want to go into something that you actually love. This could be if you are with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Maybe you're like bored, or maybe you're just like, this isn't enough, like you want more. Maybe in your material possessions, you feel like, you have a lot of material success, but emotionally you're lacking in that department in your life. So it just depends on, whichever Pisces you are. But you'll know, because you're going to go through this, this hangman / devil, what do I desire type of energy. So I feel like you'll understand, and like nobody else will have to tell you what that desire is. You know what I'm saying? And so then we have the Six of Swords. So you'll have someone most likely come in and kind of help you. Maybe just have someone to lean on. Maybe this is just someone that you can talk to. This could literally be someone helping you get to one step to the next. This could be literally you getting, like, driving somewhere, getting on a plane to go somewhere. It's like a transition. It's literally a transition, and someone's helping you get there. So it could be you getting on a plane. It could be you getting on a train. It could be you getting in a car. Someone helping you get a car so that you can move. It just depends on what it is, okay? This could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. This could also just be a person that they don't physically get you to where you need to go, but being that it's a fire sign, it's about action, and they kind of spark that you can do it type of thing. And I feel like that's going to help you mentally be able to transition to your next phase as a person, or just as an endeavor that you're trying to reach. Now let's go into the end of September. Where are we at with time? Okay, not too bad. Alrighty. End of September. Alrighty. So, I'm not gonna lie, the end of September for you, Virgo, not Virgo, but for Virgo season, almost the end of Virgo season or whatever, It's going to be kind of tough, and it's probably going to involve a lot of emotions and a lot of past trauma, maybe a lot of past karmic energy. But I'm going to break that down for you in just a second. So we're going to, the end of September for you, the energy or the focus is going to be the King of Cups in reverse, okay? So some people would say that this is like going out of control or not having control of your emotions. So kind of like when a Scorpio spazzes out and kills someone or something, or, something like that. But this is, to me, I feel like this is you kind of like yelling or crying out for help, like, I'm tired of this. Like, this is not, like, you're not with this shit. Like, you do not fuck with whatever this energy is. And I think it's because of all this bullshit that's about to come up, and I'm going to tell you. But you're at a point where you're just done. Like, emotionally, you are tired of trying to keep it maintained, keep it in an orderly fashion and structured. I think you're just trying to break out of that mode now. And I feel like you really just need to express yourself. Like, you need to get that out, whatever way it is. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Yeah, someone's not. Oh, okay. Yeah, someone's like controlling how you should feel about something. And it has you like, what the fuck? Like, am I crazy for wanting what I want? Why is it? Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? It's almost like someone is mad at you for having your own truth. And they're almost mad at you for trying to achieve your own status of success or something. Like, they don't want to see you progress. So, again, if this is a job, they don't want to promote you because they don't want you to have a higher position. If this is love, they don't want you to progress. They don't want you to look good. They don't, you know what I mean? It's something. It's some type of weird restriction, but at the same time, this, like, unstructured emotional state. It's like rage and passion, but not in a good way. You know, it's all channeled towards this, like, negativity. But I'm going to tell you how we can work around that. So, we have the Tower card here. Again, an unexpected change. So, it really solidifies itself in the end of September. Let's go ahead and see what that's about. Let's jump right into it. Oh, man. So, we have the Tower card and love. You guessed it, the love card, Two of Cups. So, this love, this connection, the relationship, I mean, you guys know what this is. If you watch tarot, you know what that is. Tower card, love, usually not a good thing. For some, this could just be something that you definitely didn't want to, find out, but it helps. For others, this is something you definitely didn't want to find out, but it's what you needed so that you can move on, which means that it's probably going to be something that is like you can never forgive them for, or at least you can't see yourself forgiving them for whatever this was, right? So, what else? What else happened in the love? What changed in the love? Okay, so maybe somebody being a little too enthusiastic. Maybe doing stuff without thinking. I don't know. Could have involved any fire signs. So Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Oh, y'all. I don't know. And then we have the Six of Cups here. So again, with this nostalgic, past karmic, past life relationship. What the fuck? Who is this? Like, what is this about? Let's see. It's somebody who's manipulative. It's someone who's lying. Bitch, who is this? Y'all. I thought it's someone you need to put to rest. I thought we talked about this. Like, I'm so disappointed. This better not be the same person. This better not, y'all. Oh my God. Okay, look. I'm going to do this reading, and then we're going to have a little talk at the end. If you don't want to watch, then click out when I'm done doing the reading. But some of y'all need to stick around because we really need to talk again, because this is crazy. This is the same person. What happened? And if it's not the same person for you, I'm sorry. But I'm speaking to the ones, you over there. What happened? I thought we're back in fall, we're back in winter, and now we're back in the same situation. That's not okay. If this is you, this is not okay. So we have the Six of Cups. And I just feel, and I'm not upset at you, but I'm just saying, like, Because this is the same person. This is the person who has done so much shit already. Like, so much. Like, at least a year or two worth of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So to be back in fall or back in winter after most of you had taken a break from whoever this person was, to be back in the situation, I'm not liking it. And I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, it's fine. No, I'm not okay with it. If this person is that same person, and you know what I'm talking about. So, Six of Cups. Who are they? Give me a description. Okay. Queen of Cups. Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So this is a person who is a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So this could be you. Or this could be someone in your life. And it's dealing with some issue of non-commitment. Whoever this person is, they're not committing to furthering. They're not committing to learning more, learning how to be better. It's almost like, I don't know. I really don't know why. Okay. So someone became the aggressor. So this card is coming back again. Because they feel like everything you have, they got it for you, or even if they didn't get it for you, they feel like since they were there pushing you, you should appreciate them. And then here, how many times this air sign in reverse? Like, just running in, fucking up shit. Not thinking about anyone's feelings, not thinking about who the fuck, is around. Just, like, coming in, saying whatever the fuck is on his mind, or communicating some bullshit, or stirring up some drama. Manipulating the fuck out of you. I don't know. It's like everything that it deals with blocks you from your blessing, blocks you from prospering. And you're ready, but you're like not moving. I mean, you're not ready, but I feel like you are. I feel like you're ready, but you're just not as confident. You're not sure if you have everything you need. And as a woman, I just feel like, yeah, you're not confident. Seven of Wands in reverse. It doesn't mean that you're not confident in general, but I'm saying maybe you just don't feel confident about making that decision yet. But Scorpio, it's time to move on, baby. Like, move on from either a Scorpio or just what it represents, death, transformation. Transformation from this bullshit. Whatever the fuck was happening with this, excuse my language, Three of Cups. I mean, it's back again. It's like someone who's already done this to you. Someone you've already escaped from. Someone you've already, like, bossed up on. And, like, have had material things away outside of. But for some reason, you're not ready to go away. It's almost like this connection of love that's toxic. Like, you can't get out of it. Like a karmic past relationship. Something that you need to work out in this life so this shit can end for good. You can get your props. You can stop thinking about it all the time. You can stop, like, thinking, what are you doing wrong? Or how do you do right by whatever the rules are, from your job or from that person or from your spouse or your family. It's like you can be free from all of that because there's so much, like, it's just so much clutter. Like, like, we gotta get this out the way. You guys are supposed to be free flowing. The only things that are supposed to be around you is the other fishies that you love to be around, like none of this, like, these problems. Like, what is this, Pisces? Like, you're too smart. Like, you're way too smart. You're too wise. Like, I think that's part of the issue. Like, you're sticking to something almost like you want to teach them that anything can get worked out, anything can happen. And it's like, Pisces, like, you can do that, but is this person really worth it? Like, how many times you're going to keep trying? You know what I'm saying? And then we have the Moon card. So this is ending off your September. I think you'll have lots of realizations, and I think a lot of things will be illuminated, but in a darker sense. So the things that people have been trying to hide, like, that's just going to be coming out. The stuff that you've been thinking about and the stuff that you probably already knew was happening is, going to come out and really solidify itself. But I think this is going to vindicate you. It's going to make everyone kind of see that you were right the whole time and that you weren't fucking crazy, but only if you're humble about it. So for example, if you break up with someone because they did something super terrible and everyone finds out and they're like, damn, that's really fucked up, don't be going around being like, hell yeah, da 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 da, talking shit, like, just take it and go with it. Like, you won. Like, just leave. So it's kind of like, yeah, with love. And I don't know, feel like all of this is good, but it's like this person, man, they got a hold. They got a severe hold on you. And I don't even know if it's like a financial thing. Like, it can't be just a financial thing. Like, come on. This is, I guess, because you work on it. You put so much time into it. You're like, fuck this. Like, I'm not transferring to something else. Like, we just gonna write this out. But, I mean, is it really worth it? I don't know. It's up to you to decide, ultimately. But from my perspective, even if this isn't someone from your past, this person, there's so many signs. There's like so many major arcanas in here. Like, we got lies right here. We got heartbreak right here with signs right on top of it. And that's just the beginning. Got Capricorn right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, somebody's in it to win it, but only for themselves. And I feel like you're just not even seeing that for some reason. Or you know it. It's just almost like you just don't care. But I feel like towards the middle of September, you will definitely start to care and start to give a fuck and start to feel like, what the fuck have I been doing? But you got to keep that momentum and like really write it out. There were some Pisces last year around this time who were able to really break free from that hold. But for some of you, I'm looking at it right here. Some of you definitely did not, because this is a person who has been in your past before. Like the ex or someone just from a past life, child. But it's somebody that you definitely are familiar with. So that's why I'm like, what's going on? Again, if you would like a reading, contact me down below so you can book it. If you add me on the channel's the Instagram, which is Royal Realm, then you get a 50% off tarot reading. So you just have to let me know, message me on there, yada yada yada. And is there anything else I need to say? I don't know. Stay posted on the channel so you can know when I upload. And I'm gonna be uploading the root to the root of the situation. Like, where is all this stemming from? We'll be doing that with these oracle cards and another video, so be on the lookout for that. And I think that's all. I'm Love from a Leo, and if I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you, Pisces, very, very soon. Stay out of trouble. Okay, bye.